Click. Here to kick a little song for y'all again. Shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV. Shout out to the lovely Miss Goldi.
And you have both sides of the coin, basically. So where did most of your music influence come from? Did it come from Mississippi? Did it come from Boston? Or was it kind of a mix of both?
It's definitely a blend of both. Like I have a saying, I'm Mississippi bred, East Coast fed, which pretty much gives you, some insight on what my music is like. I have what I call a cease. My flow is cease flow. And South.
And what does that mean?
South mixed with East.
That's dope. I never heard nobody say that before. Welcome to Worldwide Entertainment TV, and I am your New York host, Miss Goldi, and we have the pleasure of having in our New York YouTube space studios, Simeee and Ms.
AKA Simee, you already know.
It's just a little inside joke because we was in here discussing the variations of his title, and it was just a little inside joke I got to put y'all up on. So, thank you for being a guest on Worldwide Entertainment TV, traveling out here to sit down and chop it up with Miss Goldi and give me the facts and everything. So, tell everyone where you're from.
I was originally born in Mississippi. I grew up in Boston, so I hail from Boston, Mississippi. It's a little mix of both.
Now that's a big mix because when you say, it's not like you're saying New York and New Jersey, like you Boston, Mississippi. So that's two ends of the spectrum. So were you kind of raised in both places?
I spent half my life in Mississippi and half my life in Boston, so I have that mixture.
That's what I'm looking for. So that means you're culturally diverse and you have both sides of the coin, basically. So where did most of your music influence come from? Did it come from Mississippi? Did it come from Boston? Or was it kind of a mix of both?
It's definitely a blend of both. Like I have a saying, I'm Mississippi bred, East Coast fed, which pretty much gives you, some insight on what my music is like. I have what I call a cease. My flow is cease flow. And South.
And what does that mean?
South mixed with East.
That's dope. I never heard nobody say that before. And that could be a new genre. So, he said it first. Don't let me hear nobody next week talking about they got cease flow. I'm telling you. Because I'm going to pull it back. We're going to rewind it back. And when you say that, that means you can compare yourself to multiple artists.
Most definitely. And that means also I could hop on a southern track and not force it. Sound like I'm forcing myself on the beat.
Right.
And I can also hop on an East Coast track and it's the same, it's comparable.
That's dope. So, growing up in Mississippi is much different from growing up in Boston. So tell us, Boston is not really a city that's known for music. Shout out to Boston now, though. I'm sure when you were coming up, Boston wasn't that big on music, but now Boston is popping. They got a lot of hot artists coming out of Boston and Massachusetts and all up in that area right now. So, what was the music scene like in Boston?
When I first reached Boston, as you mentioned, it was very quiet on the music scene. Wasn't many rappers. We had RSO, Benzino and his whole little camp. Shout out to them. They're the only ones who really did it on that plateau that they had, on the largest scale. No one has done it like them. But yeah, it was pretty much just them when I reached Boston. And coming from Mississippi was not really a big rap group. David Banner, the first one from Mississippi to put it down.
Right.
So.
Yeah, Mississippi is not. I guess they just got skipped on by when it came to the music. Or maybe it's just a lot about artists that were originally from Mississippi and they might have to go somewhere else to make it, because that's what happens in these small towns and towns that are not really musically cultivated and diverse. You have to go to other places and start living other places so you can make it. So who were some of your music influences, and who's the type of artist that you listen to and rock with?
Well, my biggest influence is, of course, Pac. I put him on a level where I don't really see how many rappers can be compared to him, because his music, it was not only, the street side of things, but it also, you felt it. Like when you hear his music, it touches something in you. The energy in his music. It was
spiritual.
Right, very spiritual. So, you know, I connected with him a lot. But aside from Tupac, you know, I like Locks is one of my biggest, 50 Cent, Nas, and, you know, Soulja Slim. There's a few.
And that's a good variation, because the people that you are talking about are lyrically inclined artists. They're not just these, you know, those are definitely some artists that put in work, that build foundations, and also have kind of longevity. Sometimes when you see these artists, just because they not on BET or whatever you watching them on, that doesn't mean that artists are not working. Sometimes when you don't see them, that's when they getting that real money. Most of the time when you see artists, they working hard. You know why? Because they owe somebody money. So they gotta be always everywhere. And trust me, the more you see them, the more money they owe. The more you hear their song on the radio, the more they owe somebody. So it's a lot of background. Shout out to all the pioneers of this, the people that's working out there in the background, calling the shots and the labels. Them same industry people that y'all think is old school and y'all dissing them, those is the people that's running the labels. Those are the executives over at the labels now. Those are the people that's in charge of the big production companies, the ones you think is old and washed up because they ain't got on jewels and stuff, because they don't need to wear no jewels. They money in the bank.
I respect that.
Right. So between Mississippi and Boston, what types of communities are those? Like, I know people come from New York and we say, you know, we had it rough, it's hard out here. In Georgia, it's rough, it's hard out there. Like, what kind of lifestyle is it for someone growing up in Boston?
Well, Boston's definitely a tough city, man. Unlike New York and a lot of other cities, Boston's very small. It's a city, but it's very, very small. So everyone knows everyone, you know,
right.
And there's a lot of things that go on in the streets where you have to see your enemy a few blocks away from where you rest at. So it's a really small city, man. But Boston has a lot of good people, a lot of good talent. I love Boston.
That's what's up. Shout out to Boston. I love that clam chowder too. And the lobsters. You know.
What about the baked beans?
You talking about the candy bar?
Yeah,
or
the Boston
ones?
baked beans.
I mean, you know, the older you get, you learn to stay away from candy and stuff. I think I used to like Boston baked beans. But as an adult, you know, I tell you, it's like, but as an adult, that stuff sure just tastes like a bunch of sugar, don't it?
Yeah, right.
When you young, you want that candy. But now I eat it, I'll be like, ooh, Lord, somebody give me some water. Wash this candy down. But, what are some of the things that you have done thus far in your career?
As far as my career, originally I worked with a group, you know, from the age of 16 all the way to, I would say, about 20 years old. It didn't quite work out. So from there, I was kind of discouraged with rap and everything dealing with the music industry. So I shied away. You know, I had my son. I was more into just being there for him and finding a way in this world as a man. So I shied away. But musically, I have a number of tracks. Right now is where I'm really building my foundation and brand awareness, getting people to understand who I am. But so far, it's just untold story.
Really, I want to back it up to the fact that you said you was in a group. Them group things, it's bad when them group things don't work out, because sometimes you put all your effort, your work into being a part of something. And then if one person don't want to rock with it, now you messed up our whole future. So it's like, I even hate, my manager will tell you, I hate even doing collaborations with somebody, because now if it's a hot song and I want to perform it and you don't want to come, now what? Now I got to ride a track what you have on it, or my career based on how you feel. So, you know, sometimes them group situations don't work. But the best part of what you said is you fell back, you had your son, and you focused on being a man, which means more than anything you said about your music, where you came from, what you trying to do. And another thing you was saying, you was like chiming in on anything that was spiritual that was spoken, anything that was spoken about God or the higher power. You wasn't saying much, but you was chiming in on that. So those are key factors to a person's personality and what's inside of them. Never mind what people see on the outside.
Absolutely.
Never mind what I look like out on the outside. It's about what people carry on and possess on the inside, and what their goals are and what they're striving towards. So you had to go through that with those people and through that situation to make you become the man that you are becoming now for the son that God knew you was going to have. So now that you more focused, you ain't worried about, when you in a group, you got to compromise, you got to kind of do. You ain't worried about that no more. You focus on you, your family, and bringing forth your music. And that's so awesome. So basically, I can't wait to hear some of this cease flow.
Okay.
Cease flow. So, if you had the opportunity to work with anyone in the music industry, who would be your ideal person to work with?
My ideal person, honestly, I like 50, man. I like his whole vibe. I like everything about him. But, I mean, I like to say this also. Like, that's the genre or the era of rap that I came into. But I respect a lot of the old school guys.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're in the cut. They're doing their thing. But it's a lot of those that I would like to work with also. But the biggest, I would say, I would like to work with 50.
That's what's up. 50 is definitely a beast. I don't know really the success of his offspring. I'm not going to say offspring. I don't mean his kids. I'm not saying his kids. I mean the product of his work. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just on the outside looking in. I don't have no real intel on what goes on in the 50 Cent camp. But on the outside looking in, I don't see where the artists that he works with have really become productive in the music industry unless they was under the wing.
Right.
So sometimes, the businessman, he's an awesome businessman, a beast lyrically. I mean, that man rose from the ground, and that's what I admire. He rose from the ground, he hustled, he grind. When the industry told him no, he took that. He beasted on everybody, number one, and he broke in the industry. He had a strategy, he had a plan, he had a marketing plan. He didn't stop after that.
Was against the wall.
Yeah, he didn't turn back. He didn't turn back after that. They was trying to kill him. He didn't turn back. So I respect him for that. I just really have a thing about, I know you can't help everybody in business. And I know everybody is not, a business person. You can't make business work with everyone. But I really feel strongly about artists that are in the industry and how they choose to help other artists. Like, I know if I got jerked in the music industry, or if people just ain't treat me fairly, and I rose up, why would I want to do that to you?
Right. Absolutely.
Why would I turn around and do you? I know it's a business. I know I got to make money, but I can't find another way for us to make money besides me just getting you to sell your soul to me. I'm giving you $20, and you're going to owe me $10,000, and we going to rock from there. And every time, I'm going to keep making more money on that $10,000, and you never going to get past that $20,000.
That's what I learned as working with a group in the past. That's what made me pretty much the businessman that I am today. Working with 50, working for 50, the two different things. I'm definitely business inclined. I'm business intelligent, so I know I'm not eager to just sign someone's paperwork. Like,
right.
I'll take my time and go the long route. The reason I would like to work with 50 is because, as you said, he came in and back against the wall. A lot of his artists is that his offspring haven't grew to that success or that certain level of success. But right. I like challenges.
That's what's up. You heard him, 50. Come give him that good old challenge. Sometimes it's not about the parents. It's about the kids, right? So maybe he just had some artists that they didn't do what was taught, or they didn't do what was told. I don't know. But you're welcome to come on my show and give us the real deal, the real story, 50. And, work with my homie over here, Simee. Now that's gonna be a joke. I better not hear you make a song about that. If he make a song like that using my little hook I just made up, you better call me and tell me. Right, we talking to his behind the scenes crew over here. Y'all can't see his behind the scenes crew. His team over there.
You already.
So definitely would want you to work with 50. That would be an awesome thing, right?
Most definitely would, but like you said, long as business work, and this is with anybody. I'm open to work with anybody who comes with an open mind and not this industry protocol. Like I'm willing to open up and work with anybody. Like right now I'm building myself, so I don't hold no spars or punches for anyone. Like you want to work, what's up?
So what type of music do you create?
I'm very versatile. I could go from some hood music to some music
So you talk about everything, like
I talk about pretty much what I went through, which is, you know, the same story every rapper gives you. Drugs, violence, all of that. But I give you both sides of the spectrum. I don't just give you that. I also give you like feel good music. I have songs that are, you know, in tune with hip hop, and right now I'm evolving as an artist, just like the world and music's evolving. So eventually I'm gonna be on a level where I wanna give back information, you know. And
you know what, I ain't trying to get on you, right? But what I'm trying to do is the things that you are saying right now is things that I want artists to hear. This is things I want to hear out of artists' mouth. Right. Like, what are you doing? What are you saying? What's your purpose? Why should we support you? And you're saying all the right things. Like, okay, I ain't perfect. I do this, I do that. I make this, I make that. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You can state what you bring into the table, what you have to offer. And that's what we can't find a lot. Like, people don't know what they bring to the table. They just do it whatever. Right. They just rock it with whatever. Right. So I hope you're not that kind of artist that I don't think he that type of artist that rock with whatever. You don't look like you play.
Well, it's just like, you know, you gotta kinda consider the atmosphere of rap. Meaning if you come spitting this certain way and the atmosphere is geared more toward this, no one's gonna hear you. But I feel as an artist, that's where your artistry comes into play. You have to be able to continue to be yourself
and control every crowd.
Exactly.
And you know what? Somebody told me that one day because I was gonna perform in Atlanta, and I'm a New York rapper, and I go out a lot in Atlanta, and I know they don't like New York rap. It's like about 3 or 5 songs that you ever gonna hear, unless the DJ is from New York. They'll give you a little take it to New York session where they gonna run about 5 songs for you, and that's it. They don't want to hear nobody rapping no New York stuff, right? So I noticed. So I said, oh man, I'm gonna have to create a swag song like them, so you know they can like it. And somebody told me, you think that DMX and Nas and Jadakiss change their type of music when they go down south to perform? And I was like, you know what? Right. I ain't changing nothing.
There you go.
But I did, like you said, you have to appease to every crowd. You have to be able to please every crowd. I can rock with the older people. I rock with the young people. I rock with the down south people, the Boston people.
You already know.
So who's some people that's on your team? Who do you pay homage to? Who do you work with?
Well, I have a few guys on my squad that, you know, I'm like the person in the forefront right now. So I'm the one that's building myself, and if I'm not right, I can't put them on where they need to be, situate them. But I have, you know, a pop funk artist I'm working with. I have R&B singer I'm working with. I have a guitar player. I have a lot of people on my team, you know. Shout out to my homie, artist, designer, Neely Gicho, the fit you see. He's launching it, you know, he hopes to drop it. So, you know, I'm working with a few people. But again, as of now.
Send Miss Goldi some.
Yeah, you already know I got you, you know. It's a little different.
Outfits and stuff. And you know what, I got a few plugs for you in Boston too.
Okay.
So, you know, just always link out with me. Miss Goldi's the plug, the power source, the outlet, all that, you know.
Oh, really?
So tell everyone where they can find you, follow you, request you, book you.
Okay, first off, I'd like to tell you I have a single right now on iTunes. It's called Work. You can find it Simeee, a.k.a. Simeee Work. It's a nice joint. There's a video on YouTube for it. But my social platforms, Instagram and Twitter, are at SIM_EEE. Again, at SIM_3Es. And you know, SoundCloud, you can find me SIM-EEE, Facebook /official Simeee, 3Es. Just look me up, man. I have upcoming shows. If you want to engage with me on a personal level, just go to my social media. You'll see everything.
That's right. Holler at him on social media. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you listen to that music. Make sure you support. Support is everything. And I'm also looking forward to having you on my radio show, Miss Goldi to You Radio. Shout out to Culture Zine Media. Yeah, we got to get you up on there. And I'm looking forward to see you out there in Georgia. Y'all come visit to some of the Tupac events that is going to be going on. So give a shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV.
Most definitely shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure. Shout out to beautiful Miss Goldi. It's a pleasure to be here. And like I said, just we working. I'm networking. Anybody open for it, I'm here.
But don't think that he getting up out of here until he let us check his facts, right? So stay tuned for a freestyle from Sim 8K Simeee with 3 E's and 3 3's and everything. And we'll be right back with Miss Goldi to You, Worldwide Entertainment TV, YouTube Space New York. Hey.
Click. Here to kick a little something for y'all again. Shout out to Worldwide Entertainment TV. Shout out to the lovely Miss Goldi. But I'm sick of rap niggas because they seem a little feminine. I'm ugly on these tracks like a motherfucking gremlin. And I could give a fuck if it's one or it's 10 of them. The Mac could split your click like Lil Season Kim and them. Should I say Jim and them? Weed smell cinnamon. Think you got bad bitches, you should see my women. Friend your watch looking like a king-size pack of Eminem. Dope boy, trap boys, yeah, I'm defending them. Balls cross the yard all day like it's Wimbledon. Wanna see your balls, I don't wanna see no middlemen. I don't need no shit to boost my adrenaline. Rob niggas for them VVS's and they emblem. Fitted caps pilling them cause I ain't feeling them. Like some too long Levi denim them. Dog with him in them. Dog spit venom in. God killer cinnamon. Nigga, you think I really give a fuck cause you kin to him? I'm a rude boy, no mistake me for no gentleman. I rap Beantown, that's the 3 in the Timberland. Cooler than the breeze, so I leave hoes trembling. Cut though to the bone like motherfucking slimming them. My old school bitch like Eric B and Rakim and them. Niggas might be ill, but y'all niggas ain't ill as him. Niggas might be real, but y'all niggas ain't real as him. Bitches call me Simee third leg cause I be drilling them. Any deals you want, I could get on dealing them. Old school, new school, no matter, I be willing them. Please watch a bitch, niggas know me from stealing them. Cut though to the bone like motherfucking slimming them. And yo, I ain't swagging and surfing. Yo, I'm bagging and working and serving hand in hand. Keep an eye out for them niggas cause they working for the man. They hammer on the hip. If you think you gon' jack me, chop a phony niggas hands off or I'll let them dap me. I'm bagging, I'm working, I'm coping, I'm perping, I'm peeling, I'm serping, selling anything worth it. What you need, I could get half a zipper, half a bricker. For you numb pussy getting niggas, I'll sell you a bitch.
Your sneaker challenge.
And yo, shout out that Simeee. That's just some few bars for y'all. It's a lot more. And yo, hashtag youth sneaker challenge. If you like to donate or you know a kid that could use a nice pair of sneakers, but they have to meet 3 requirements. Respect their mothers, good grades in school, and respect others. Hashtag youth sneaker challenge. Simeee, I'm out.
Let me take a picture of you with the lights. No. Put the lights next